video, we're exploring one of my favorite luxury hotels in Hong Kong, the Ritz-Carlton. One big favor before we dive in is to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like content like this. Welcome into the Grand C room at the Ritz-Carlton. As you can see, this is much larger than the stand room. So we just walked by the work area and the beverage station, and over here is going to be the star of the room. This corner is really unique because you can see the Hong Kong side and also some of the industrial Old Kowloon side. We are celebrating a special occasion, so it was really cool for the Ritz-Carlton to go the extra mile this time, along with my little towel cake and a cake. This couch is pretty comfy, so it's nice to take in the views of Hong Kong and do some work or relax and watch some TV. Also, another couch here that's not as comfortable as the purple one. TV is going to be on the smaller side. I guess it'll do the job if you are the type to watch TV. The bed is pretty comfy, so I am a fan of the Ritz-Carlton bed because with the Ritz-Carlton and the JW, you just melt into it and fall asleep. Light controls and outlets are going to be by the bed, so main lights and then also night lights. Water is going to be from Bon Aqua this time. And there's plenty of closet space. So here's closet number 1 and the Ritz-Carlton robe, and here's closet number 2. Safe is going to be here as well. The bathroom is going to have a double vanity along with bathtub, and there is also a TV in the bathtub area. Toilet's going to be behind this door, and a walk-in shower is here, so you can do the overhead waterfall, or there's a handheld option. Shower amenities are going to be by the Petite, and the back of the doors have full-length mirrors. Wrapping it around here, this is going to be the mini bar and beverage station, so hot water kettle, Nespresso, teas, and paid mini fridge down here. I think this room is definitely worth paying the premium for or upgrading to if you're celebrating a special occasion or if you're an avid photographer, just because you are in one of the highest buildings in Hong Kong and you just can't beat the views here. During the stay, we also used a club upgrade certificate from the Ritz-Carlton credit card, so we do have club access. They serve 5 meals a day there, and it's open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Or actually, it's open 24 hours, but if you want to talk to someone like the concierge team, they do have limited hours. On that note, let's go check out the club. One of our favorite amenities of the property is the indoor pool. It's located on the 118th floor and it has amazing views. You can swim laps in the full-size pool or do some Nordic cycles. The cold plunge here is set at a lower temperature than most, and Sebastian enjoyed the challenge. You could also just enjoy the outdoor hot tub and take in the views. The gym next door is also great with techno gym equipment and views of Hong Kong. For dining, there's a handful of Michelin-star options, including Tosca d'Angelo for Italian food and Tin Lung Heen, which specializes in Cantonese cuisine. There's also Ozone, which is one of the world's highest bars. If you have club certificates, the Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong is one of my favorite properties to use them on. We like staying at the Ritz as a staycation since there's so much great food and amazing views. To access the club here, you'll need to book a club level room, pay for it out of pocket, or use a club certificate. It's located on the 116th floor and it has amazing views of Hong Kong. There are 5 culinary journeys each day, and that includes breakfast, light lunch, afternoon tea, hors d'oeuvres, and dessert and drinks. So every day from 3 to 5 p.m. there is complimentary afternoon tea in the lounge. So there's scones, sandwiches, and today there are crispy wontons on the side. These are really cute. So today there's also the lychee pancetta in the middle and chocolate cake. Middle layer is going to be finger sandwiches. It looks like maybe a salmon cream and then savory cannoli. And on top are the scones. The Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong is situated on the top floors of the International Commerce Center in West Kowloon, and it's one of the highest hotels globally. Its prime location provides direct access to the Elements Mall, which offers a wide range of food options and luxury shops. Elements Mall is connected to the Kowloon MTR station, and you can easily hop on the Airport Express train here to get to the Hong Kong International Airport. There's also a bus station downstairs. First item we ordered are the barbecue pork buns, and they look really good. I'm gonna use my hands for this one. Pork is nice and tender, melts in your mouth, and then it's not too sweet. So usually they like brush sugar on top. It's actually really good. Definitely recommend trying the pork buns here. Next up, we have the most famous signature dish, which is barbecue pork, but instead they use the Iberico pork, and this is honey glazed. You do have to order this 24 hours in advance. The pork is nice and tender, easy to cut, and you can see the candied glazing on there. It's not too sweet, perfectly cooked, melt in your mouth. I think if you were to come here, definitely reserve it, and this would be my top dish to get. Next up, we have a crab puff. Lots of crab stuffing inside. Yeah, haven't had it in this like pastry shape before. Usually it's kind of like in a wonton shape. And for sauces, we have like a sweet and sour plus mayo. That's really good. Outside pastry is like nice and flaky. Sauces go really well, and like the pastry isn't too thick, so nice, crunchy, very flavorful. Yeah, definitely recommend this one as well. And last up, we have daikon with XO scallops. So XO is kind of like a spicy sauce, and it's dried scallops on top. So the daikon radish cake is pretty good, but it wouldn't be my first choice if I was here. If I had to rank them, it'd be the barbecue pork, the baked pork bun, the abalone tart, crab puff, and then daikon. You might be wondering why we don't have any of the traditional steamed dishes, and that's because we did try them last time we were here, and we weren't that blown away, so decided to try something different and mix it up this time. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up here and catch up with you later. Breakfast in the lounge is pretty good. You have a wide range of pastries, a fresh egg station, fruits, juices, and some hot items. For the light lunch, the options are good as well. There was a salad bar, pastries, and the custom station was a deep-fried oyster karaage. Hot items included Asian-style veggies, braised short ribs, dim sum, and soup. I think the highlight for most people would be the afternoon tea, since it's a signature experience of the Ritz-Carlton. Overall, the Ritz-Carlton is one of our favorite properties in Hong Kong, and we would happily stay here again. Service is amazing, and there are a ton of food options, and the location is super convenient. It's a nice escape to relax and reset. If it's your first time in Hong Kong and you're exploring the city, I probably wouldn't book a club level room, as the value lies in enjoying the amenities. If you made it this far in the video, leave a lion emoji down in the comments below, and I'll try to heart and respond. My question to you is, what are your thoughts on the Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong, and where do you usually stay in Hong Kong? Let me and everyone else know down in the comments below. See you in the next one. We're at the Kerry Hotel and trying out their dinner buffet, and there's lots of pretty good items here. Right off the bat, for the month of November, it is Japanese themed. So there's a live sushi station, some fresh sashimi, lots of seafood. So have some lobster, snow crab legs, and then also some abalone as well. My favorite from the batch is going to be the abalone. Lobster is okay, maybe slightly overcooked, but I think if you put some sauce on it, it's not bad. The sashimi highlights are going to be the sweet shrimp and the scallops. You also do get a coupon for grilled Wagyu beef, so it's one per person. And I'm gonna finish off round one, where I did some sushi, and I will let you know how the Wagyu beef is. Alrighty, we have redeemed the ticket, so you do get one slice of the A4 Wagyu beef, and they basically grill it fresh. It's made to order, and you get one giant slice. They put some sauce on it and some fried shallots. Okay, let's give it a try. It's good, but it's not melting in your mouth, so it's not like A5. It's still a little rough. So on one side, it's seared completely brown. Then on the other side, it's a little rare. But surprisingly, on the grilled side, maybe he grilled it a little too long. But yeah, it's like a little tough. Next up, we have the fresh soft shell crab tempura. So pretty excited for this. That's really good. I feel like in the US, they usually charge like $10 or more for a small soft shell crab. So given that this is included, pretty solid. Yeah, this one's like fresh out of the fryer, so super hot.